Holy shit, according to my save file, it's like 8 p.m. I don't have a lot of time left to get things done today. At the very least, we need to return to Aglaya, have a little chat about what our good friend Peter said about everything. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish the Kane's quest today. Just because I have absolutely no idea who the second mistress is, so I've not really got any leads or anything to go off on that. So I think at the very least we'll try and see what Aglaya has to offer us. Welcome back, by the way. This is Pathologic. It's episode 32 or 78, depending on if you're keeping track, and I think that's just absolutely insane. We're 78 episodes into this game, and we still have another whole ass campaign to go. It's going to go over 100. It's going to go over 100. My plan is to take a break between this campaign and the next one. I'm telling you this now because I think we are drawing close to the end. We will have a look at the Changeling campaign at the very least, hopefully get through it. But that's going to be a little ways down the line. I've got a couple of other games I want to dip my toes into. Started playing Everhood yesterday, for those of you who keep an eye on my videos. That's a neat game. It's a neat game, so I'm definitely going to keep going with that. And there's at least one more that I want to have a look at because I've had my eye on it for a while, and I picked it up in the most recent Steam sale, whichever one that was. Summer sale, I think. So yeah, some good stuff. Some good stuff to come. And eventually, yeah, we will get around to finishing up Pathologic. Maybe having a look at Pathologic too as well. As I say, this channel has become a bit overly focused on Pathologic lately, but it's a cool game, and I'm sort of thoroughly invested at this point. So it's kind of hard to not want to wrap the whole thing up in a nice, neat little bow. See exactly what the game has to offer. I really am hoping we can see what happens if we save everyone. That is the goal right now. I don't know whether that's going to come true, or even if there is anything cool to come from saving everyone. But I feel like there probably will be. Probably, maybe. Of course, there is the fact that the Bachelor, like, if there is a separate ending for doing everything, then we won't be seeing the Bachelor's ending. So that's a shame. What I might do is save scum it on the final day, and then see what happens if we save everyone, and see what happens if we just save the Bachelor's people. As a little note of comparison, possibly. This is very optimistic on my point to just assume I'm going to be able to save everyone, but I think I'm in a pretty good position for it, honestly. I know I don't have any schmolder right now, but I've got enough stuff to get a couple, I think, at this point. So hopefully we're going to have enough time to just spam trade a little girl until we can get 2 schmolders out of them. And that should be enough to keep the entire populace plague free. Hopefully, maybe, perhaps, perchance. Hello, I've had a word with Peter on your behalf. By the way, Bachelor, have you any chance heard of the outrageous event that happened yesterday? In the Bonestake lot? In the Bonestake lot. Yeah, someone tried to incite a riot. The military have exterminated an unarmed mob, a perfectly healthy mob. This is the event I'm talking about, and I know for sure who was behind it because I know who turned out to be guilty of this horrible crime. Me. I was the one they framed. So who was behind it? The Kanes, most likely. They've arranged this provocation and tied every loose end to me, as though it was I who's done it. They've done a splendid job. I couldn't have done better. That's because such things can only be done by a very special woman. It's about genetics as much as it is about skill. Wow, okay. Calm down there. Calm down there. You're mistaken. It was me. You? No, you only provided the military with the information. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those who have orchestrated this mysteria. Undoubtedly it was Maria, and this Mark, the impresario of the local theatre, has given her a cue as to how. Yesterday she was unconscious all day long. She's a witch, the Dark Mistress. Have you already heard about Nina and Victoria? Ask around and you'll see who Maria strives to be. She will turn into a warlock queen and make the town bend before her tyranny. Like Nina before her, only even more frightening. It can be proven. How can you prove it? I'm content with the accounts of two extremely reliable prosecutors. They know for sure that yesterday's pictogram in the lot was created by Maria. The first is a man who has been selflessly in love with Maria for a long time now. He has recently come to know of her secret doings. Who is it? Olgimpsky's son. The second is Maria's younger brother, little Casper, who knows Maria's immediate plans better than anyone else. He's so terrified of them, he's ready to run to the ends of the earth. Damn, me dealing with Olgimpsky turned out to be so untimely. By the way, if you want to talk to the Casper boy, please hand this panacea over to him. The vial was brought to me by Barak yesterday. It's reliable. The boy will understand. Actually, after talking to him, so will you. Alright, I'll see to it. It's a bee in my bonnet too. I just want to have a little word with Casper. Or Khan, or whatever the hell he goes by these days. But also, Capella did give me something to hand to Maria, so maybe we'll do that real quick. Interesting how the threads of fate are intertwining right now. Like, Vlad the Younger seems to have turned on Maria, handed her over to the Inquisitor, whereas when he was the one who was in love with... Excuse me, don't mind me. Okay, what's going on? Above the statues of the mistresses, the air is heavy, as though a thunderstorm is upon us. I would swear I've seen a shade of Scarlet Nina's silhouette and stature rush towards the crypt's gate. She was moving fast, but in no hurry, as though she walked without touching the ground at her feet. You are simply focusing your sight on the single point for too long, mate. You should not forget to look around. Okay, so Maria's at the graveyard. That's a hell of a trek all the way back from where I came from, but I guess since we're in the polyhedron region, we'll go there first. Yeah, as I was saying, like, Vlad the Younger was in love with Maria, but he has turned on her to hand her over to the Inquisitor, by the sounds of it. Whereas Capella had set herself up as an adversary of Maria's, but now she's throwing her weight behind her and saying she's willing to accept her as the mistress or whatever, so it's odd how the Olgimpskys have sort of almost as one just swapped positions on the whole thing. Can't do much with young Vlad though, he's probably dead. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him, man. I just let them in the termitory have him. There could be all kinds of things going on with that poor boy, but not my concern anymore. I kept him plague-free, and that's really the only primary concern, isn't it? Really should have saved after speaking to everyone, because if I come up here and there's absolutely no purpose in me coming up here, it'll be a colossal waste of my very limited time remaining in this day. I've got to get all the way to the graveyard and presumably back again. I don't think I'm going to have time. No one is allowed in the tower. Khan's orders. You lead soldiers to us. I have a message from the Inquisitor to Khan. What's up, bud?
My seams are running.
Okay. You come on her behalf, I know. What is there for us to talk about then? Tell me, Casper, what happened to Maria? You should know that better than me. I'm not going to help you with this. You hold a grudge against your sister. Why? Sister forces us out from here. It was she who put down the bull in the Bone Stake lot yesterday, wasn't it? No, but she's involved into many other things. For example, it was she who got rid of Eva. How's that for news, huh? She wanted to have you all for herself. I could tell you a lot about my sister, but I don't want to flaunt the dirty linen. How do you know about Eva? Ask my sister. She knows how to do these things. She won't lie to you. She'll tell the truth. So no Cain has anything to do with what happened in the lot. No, none of us did that. I'd be glad if there were charges. Father and uncle are at death's door, and I do not want to live under my sister. If you tell me what she's up to, perhaps I'll be able to help you. She thinks the tower is not for children. She thinks we've been taking someone else's place all this time. Now, the one it has been built for will inhabit it, but the tower is for children. Who are we if not the birds nesting among the factory's chimneys? Who was it built for then? Not for you, that much is certain. At least I'd like to think so. Did your sister know about the bull? Why are you asking me? Bulls are Ogimski's domain. If the big one has resigned, ask the young one. He knows a lot about my sister too. Here, take this panacea. It's for you. I won't. I have 1,000 fellas here. Either all of us get it or none of us does. Take it or give it to Ogimski. He'll tell you about sister. Well, that's going to be difficult considering he's, I suppose I can speak to the elder, can't I? That's a lot of words. Well, I hope no one here is going to be in need of a panacea tomorrow. Right, how do I get out? I interact with this, don't I? I've mastered that. Mastered it, finally. So we need to speak with Vlad the Elder, Maria, who is potentially at the graveyard. Still need to find out who the other mistress is as well. Like, I don't think we're getting much done today at this point. The time is 20 past 9. It's only been like an hour and a half since we started. We might get one something done. If we head straight to Vlad the Elder, we can maybe wrap up this whole Bone Steak Lot mystery, if nothing else. Interesting though, I'd always seen Maria as sort of being the good guy of the Canes, I guess, but it seems like a lot of people are... Well, I suppose the problem is, it's all factions, isn't it? So the people who are framing her as sort of being the bad one, I guess. Although not necessarily any more reliable as the ones who are framing her as being the good one. I just got a letter, but I do not have time to stop and read it. We'll look at it later. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's obviously against... I'm just going to nip in here to get rid of these stabby men. She's obviously against Khan, and as such, I guess... I don't know. I don't really know the stances of Victor and Georgi, as were. I think the Canes are all pushing towards putting Simon in the polyhedron, inhabiting the polyhedron with his spirit, but Khan obviously has sort of rebelled against his family and taken it for the children, which I feel like makes more sense. Like, why preserve one man's spirit when you can preserve, like, all the children of the town? Like, it seems like a no-brainer, right? So I'm with Khan on this one. But he's sort of like a faction unto himself, because it seems like the Olgimskis are now aligning themselves with the Canes. Why oh, I got flamethrowered because there was a rat following me. I hate it when that happens. It's a real fucking shame, that is. Such a waste of good health. I mean, I've got plenty of health recovery at this point, so it's not of major concern, but still feels like a shame, you know. Oh, my immunity. My immunity. God damn, this area sucks ass. It sucks so much ass. Are we... yeah, this is the way we want to go. I thought it was, I just needed to double check. Somehow I still don't have this map perfectly memorised. I'm getting better with it though, I think. Find my way around pretty easily. Jesus fucking Christ. We're gonna have to stop and sort my immunity and my health out in a second, I think. Right, drugs. Drug. Bandage. Hey, Vlad.
Someone will have
okay.
to punish.
All right. Well, then I guess I can't do this quest because young Vlad has been taken out of action. I guess we can maybe check if Capella's got any information on the matter, but I'm not really expecting much, honestly.
The children.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Right, we'll try and get over to Grace's place, see if Maria's hanging out over there. I'm sure they did say they said the cemetery, right? That was the exact words they used. I don't know where else they could possibly have meant by that. The spirit heading for the cemetery. I mean, obviously Nina's spirit at this point is 100% just Maria, so I don't know what else they could have meant by that. Seemed like a pretty clear-cut hint as to where I need to go in order to speak to her. I feel like I'm just not getting anything done today, which is a real shame. Like, I've been running all around the town as fast as my little legs can take me, but none of these quests have reached any sort of satisfying climax. Which I know is my own fault, because I slept a good chunk of the day away, but it seemed like the appropriate thing to do at the time. As I've said before, though, actually completing the quests isn't really super important in this game. I mean, you often don't even get rewards at all. And, you know, I don't really need the rewards anyway. What I do need is to buy more lockpicks. I've got one, and I only really need to break into one house. I just need to, you know, save scum it until I find a house with a wee tiny child in it who I can trade with. So maybe I don't need more lockpicks. I feel like it's going to be more useful to have a good supply of lockpicks than not, though, to be fair. It depends if I've got time for that sort of thing, I suppose. Because Bad Grief isn't exactly on the beaten path. You got to sort of go out your way a little bit to chat to him. And I don't think you can get him anywhere. Well, you can trade him with kids, I suppose, but I don't know if she's going to be in here with Grace. Hey Grace, have you seen Maria?
It's chilly here. Very chilly.
Oh, it was so scary. You got out, right? So you're not mine yet? Oh no, sweetheart. I'm not yours yet. Don't know what she's talking about there. Could be any manner of things. I've been attempted to be murdered on multiple occasions. As I said, they don't usually stand around outside. I'm not sure the code itself of the game allows primary NPCs to be outside, because I don't think I've ever seen any of them just hanging out in the street. So I'm not expecting to find her just standing in the graveyard anywhere, but worth a look, I think. Okay. So, this has been quite futile, so I guess I'll load, just wind back. We've still got 2 hours. We can maybe swing by Vlad the Younger's place, just on the off chance that maybe he's back and can tell us some information. We should have enough time to get from here to the residence of the Younger, and then swing back up to the Crucible. Hopefully. Before the day ends. I know we got that letter to read as well, but like what if that does tell me something that's like crucial to one of these quests though, and I'm just ignoring it? That is a real possibility, to be fair. Fucking shit, man. It's all so stinky right now. Impressive levels of stink. What the fuck? Who was that guy? Why is that guy trying to kill me? What was that about? I don't know if I should... Oh, hold up. Okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. There's definitely something going on. There's definitely something going on at Vlad the Younger's house, though. I feel like maybe I need to kill that random dude who came at me. And I feel like that knife man was like a specially positioned one rather than a regular one. I'm just going to load and do that again, because I've got rats on me. I'm not really in a position to do combat. But if I come at it a bit more cautiously. Just want to see what happens if I take those 2 lads down, see if that gets me anything. Gives me even the slightest hint as to what I'm meant to be doing. Let's read the letter as well. A warning from the Changeling. Your nemesis is breathing down your neck. Look behind you before it's too late. She donned the mask of justice, playing skillfully with your desire to uncover the truth. She abused you, made you a tool, forced you to create more lies, dark passions and thirst for vengeance or poor companions for people like her. Find me at the commander's headquarters if you wish to know more. It's sad to see how easily she has tricked you, with me thinking you were a geometrician and a strategist of no small standing. Okay. You know, maybe that was worth reading. Change of plan. Change of plan. We have a new goal in mind. I want to see what Clara has to add to this conversation, especially since it's very, very possible she is, in fact, the second mistress, and we need to talk to her about that anyway, so having a direct link to her right now. To be fair, someone said earlier that she's been hanging out with Block, and I should have picked up the hint on that. That was clearly something I just completely didn't put together. Whoopsie. Oh, hello. Hey, look, it's the Bachelor. The Bachelor, he'll help us for sure. Uncle Bachelor, is it true that you can do anything? No, not anything, but I can do a lot. Why do you ask? Our daddy was taken away by soldiers, and Mommy has fallen asleep and doesn't want to wake up. Please, please bring our daddy back. Where's your daddy? I don't know. I'm afraid he's already with Grace. Would you please go there and bring him back to me? Hush, hush, don't you cry. I'll find your daddy. What do you have to say? I'll buy a gun when I grow up so that nobody could break into our home, and I'll kill the soldier who clubbed Daddy. Indeed, that's how evil spawns more evil in response. Clara. Sorry, Block, I'm not really here for you.
What?
I'll just clip through you to speak to your friend. And now I want you to forget everything you have ever been told about me. Trust me, look me in the eye, or look down, or else you may think I'm trying to mesmerize you and impose my line of thinking upon you. Aglaia is a traitor. She's the main foe on your victory road. No one had any illusions on this account. She's telling lies. I've just found out that she doesn't want to find the source and defeat the disease at all. She's not counting on victory. She's not trying to find a way to preserve the town in its true form. Her inquisitional mission is just a smokescreen, a performance. What does she want then? Only one thing, to destroy the children's tower. Before she dies, as her final word. She has chosen you to become her tool. Do you know that the tools are called rams? A battering ram to be precise, although it's also a dubious honor. Why is her goal so insane? Because of hatred. Aglaia sees the polyhedron as Nina Kana's infernal gift. She thinks that Nina rose high, but her pride drew down the wrath of the heavens. Aglaia believes that it's her duty to destroy the challenge before it has led to more evil. Or maybe she doesn't even believe that. But what does Nina have to do with her? Nina Kana is her sister. Okay, didn't know that. Didn't you know she used to be Nina Lilac before marrying Victor? So this is a display of family sentiments. She desperately, hopelessly abhors her sister, even stronger than her worst enemy. When I got to uncover the secret and looked into her soul, my hair stood on end. Aglaia believes her sister to be the devil herself, a death bringer. And you've been a mere tool to her. How so? It's all very simple. The army came, the Inquisitor, halfway to the scaffold already, has no power over the cannons. So she made you convince the commander, but General Ashes does not believe her one bit. But you will offer him a false report with a clear heart, and point in the wrong direction. And which direction is right? None of them are, Bachelor Dankovsky. Do come to your senses, let go of your pride, let go of your victory, and let me have mine. The town will stay, and nothing will have to perish. None of the 3 worlds will have to be sacrificed, neither beasts, nor men, nor children. Are you trying to convince me with shouting once again? I am not the person to be swayed by nervous exultation. You may as well throw a fit. I still won't trust you. If the people I've asked you about are alive by tomorrow you'll have proof. Amen to that. I like how she just told me to give a false report to Block while standing next to Block. We won't question that. He's very, very deaf, very hard of hearing. You have to literally scream into his ear for him to hear anything at all. Saw the artillery fire he's presided over, it ruptured his eardrums, you know. I guess we go back to Grace again now then, because apparently there's a kid's dad we need to look into. Like, I've got so many quests on my plate. That was just Clara sort of pleading her case, I guess, for the final day, as Barack did earlier. So that wasn't super important to anything right now, and also I guess it turned out there wasn't any options to ask her about it. To be fair, maybe I should have spoken to her a second time, but there wasn't any options to ask her about the thing I was meant to be asking her about, the mistresses. So I don't know what's going on anymore, man. I'm just trying to get as much done as I can before midnight, which apparently just means, you know, dipping my toe into 6 different quests and not actually finishing any of them. Good job, Joe. Well executed. But to be fair, I don't really know how to continue any of the ones I've got right now. Like, I feel like I need to speak to Maria. I feel like I need to find out who this second mistress is. Like, and I can't really seem to do any of that, really, with the current information that I have. Also, there was something about Andrei Stamatin being missing, but like, I didn't really follow up on that, and it's too big a detour to try and follow up on it now. So yeah, I don't know, man. Instead, we'll go on this big detour and go and see if we can work out what happened to these kids' dad. I was really hoping when I saw that little girl in there that she'd trade me a schmauder, but maybe too much to ask. Although, you know, if they are the characters who have schmauders canonically, then maybe if we do a quest, she'll reward me with one. Not impossible, right? Right? Right. See what Grace has to say. I'm fully expecting this father to already be dead, right? Because this is pathologic and nothing happy ever happens.
What's wrong with you?
Okay. Alright. I guess we'll check the location where things generally happen in the graveyard. Not much to see. Not much to see. I am regretting not just following up on those random dudes who attacked me outside Vlad the Younger's house, if I'm honest. Also, let's just real quick. Yeah, okay. These guys are all fine. I mean, fine is a very loose term, considering 2 of them are technically dead and possessed by spirits of their relatives. Another one is definitely dead and threw herself off a cathedral. One of them is missing. One of them constantly drinks himself to the point of attempting suicide. Like, I don't think anyone's doing great right now, to be honest with you. But I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best. Mark Immortel's doing alright. Just hanging out in his theatre, isn't he? With all his corpses that he has. Yeah, that's maybe not the best, honestly. Although, you know, corpses have been proven to be pure. The disease leaves the body as soon as it dies, right? So there's not any risk from all the corpses in his theatre. It just makes it just a little bit more creepy. As if it wasn't creepy enough over there. I think it's going to strike midnight very soon. I think all of this is going to become very irrelevant in seconds. But I tried my best. I tried my best to do things for people. And I guess a few moments from now, we'll be on to the final day. Where I need to really enact my plan. To keep all the people alive. Just on the off chance that I can't purchase things from Bad Grief on the final day. I don't think that is the case, but just on the off chance, because the final day is kind of a special case. I'm going to go buy some lockpicks from him now. just truly throw my any chance of finishing any of these today's quests in the bin. I'm prioritising my ending. I will take all 3 of your lockpicks, good sir. Thank you very much, it's been a pleasure. This is not what we want. 4 bullets left. Should be enough to deal with the fiends who I'm about to come across. In fact, we'll save. We'll save now. I'm fully aware that no matter what happens from killing these 2 lads, I'm not gonna be in a position to follow up on it, but I kinda just want a bit of revenge, to be honest. You saw nothing. Okay. I mean, sure. Yeah, that guy's... he's positioned. He's lying in ambush. Cool knife you got there, bro. Oh, wow. Look at all that. I mean... can't loot it at this point. Hey, I killed the guys. Does that mean anything? Yeah, can't go in there. Okay. Well, I tried. You can't say I didn't try. I guess on the off chance, I will head back to the Canes just to see, the Canes and the Inquisitor, just to see if there's anything that we can do with them at this point. I don't know if I'll get there in time though. Killing those guys was, pretty beneficial, realistically. Oh, okay. I thought he was attacking the knife man then. I was like, that's a bit weird. I didn't know those guys were diametrically opposed in their beliefs. But... rat. There's like a full-on war zone going on around me. Knives, Molotov cocktails, guns firing off, and I'm like, yeah, but the rat though. The rat is the real threat here. I know where I need to focus my efforts right now. Oh yeah, we've got like seconds, but... Alright, fair enough. Oh, we have until 6 AM, I think, before everything clears up around here. Let's see what Victor has to say today. Probably not much, I imagine. We missed our chance with the quest, right?
It is far easier to be wise for others than to be so for oneself.
You saved my life. Thank you. I'll have a chance to put it to good use in the near future. Looking at you frightens me. Seems like an unimaginable creature living in a starfield abyss looking back at me through Victor's eyes. An evening letter from the Inquisitor, day 11. So be it. Tomorrow they're going to pay the full price for their arrogance. Each one of us will keep the word and fulfill their duty. We will appease the higher justice and in doing so avenge ourselves. Not one of us is going to act against the truth. Congratulations, Dankovsky. Our elegant maneuver was a success. We took the winnings and placed our opponents into a position in which they will have no other choice but to vanish. The council is tomorrow. Legal considerations require it to be held in the presence of someone serving as a representative of the local authorities. The 3 ruling families are completely bankrupt, however, so their so-called mistress will attend the council in their stead, and she will vouch for our intentions before the townsfolk. Do you have any binding obligations towards the families in power? If so, this may become an issue tomorrow, and it will be a shame if you weren't allowed to attend the proceedings. Alas, the law is the law, and I won't be able to do anything about it. Okay. I want to see if we can speak to Maria today. I mean, she probably won't have anything to say. It'll just be a my head hurts or whatever sort of conversation like the usual ones. I'm just intrigued though. Because, I mean, now she is officially possessed by Nina, right?
I'm feverish. What can it be?
I wouldn't have lived to see today if not for you. Now if my design works, I'll be able to revive the town. I'm grateful to you, my love. I'll never forget it. What are you planning to do? The polyhedron will become for the new town what the abattoir used to be for the old one. A hub, a nursing organ, a source of vital power, and the origin of its history. How is it possible? It is a prism. It will refract sun rays, focusing them and inseminating the outer bank of the river with its blessed warmth. It will all be about the solar cycle. The spots will shift and move following the laws of every calendar. Are you going to remove the children from the polyhedron? What will happen to it? The polyhedron, the beginning and the starting point of the new town, can accumulate childhood and its own magic. Roots, space, and structures that will stretch from the polyhedron will be able to ignite other flames in people who have left the tower. Can it all be truly possible? Can you really do it? I'm not alone. Moreover, I am not showing you my real power. You're leaving today, aren't you? So remember me for who I was. Remember me not as a scarlet mistress, able to grab your life, ignite you, and drag your whole being along, but as a girl with her life hanging by a thread. Don't forget that your destiny hasn't been determined yet. It's still hanging by a thread. I don't know if I need to wait till 6 AM in order to do the rounds and check that everyone's okay. I don't know if it's a waste of time to start. Oh, actually, it looks like everyone's despawned. Yeah. Alright. What? The inhabitant of this place is sick? Okay, well, at the very least, we have 2 sickies in my list. I hope there aren't any sickies in anyone else's list, but yeah, it seems like it's all reset. But there's no one outside to cure him. That could be an issue. That's going to make it very difficult. It might just be a bug, like maybe if I return later after going in and then exiting a different building, perhaps. Perhaps. Okay, I guess we better start doing the rounds then. We need to work out exactly how much Schmauder we need and whether it's feasible anymore, because getting 2 people sick on my own list is a pretty big deal, honestly. Like I only have enough items. I might not even have enough items for 2 Schmauders. I'm close at least, but should be looting bins. I'll have to see who else is sick. What's the best route to go? I guess we hit these lower people first, then do this side of town, and then do the upper side. So, I guess we check Vlad the Younger's house on the off chance that the game is a bit funky and he can get sick even though he's already dead. There's gonna be a dude outside either way, but he might... It's probably worth checking to see whether he's dead or not. Or if he's just sick. If he's been promoted to sick. Okay, cool. So Murky next. Then up to Notkin, Grief. Out to Grace, Aspity, Tyre, Sticky, the Sabarovs. I just twatted my mouse, that wasn't ideal. Takes a long time to loop around the entire of town, so hopefully this won't I mean, I've got an entire day, right? Like, I'm not going to need to sleep. If my exhaustion gets too high, never mind. I'll just use some med kits to keep my health up. Like, we should be fine for time. The major concern is that I'm not going to be able to get enough schmauder to cure everyone. That's Murky's carriage, right? Again, as I said last time I came and did this, worth actually checking inside to make sure they're okay, because I don't know where the... Are they tragedians? I don't know. The tragedians are the like mime artisty sort of guys. I don't know. I can't remember what the bird people are called. I know they've got a name. They've got an official canon name, but canon. But I don't remember it at this point. I really am hoping Notkin isn't sick again, because I'm pretty certain I've already cured him once. Same with Bad Grief. Like, it would suck if people can get re-sick. If I don't succeed this time, then next time I'm going to have to 100% just leave everyone sick until the final day and then cure them all at once. Okay, Notkin looks hale and hearty. Hale and hearty, good to know. Grief next. Oh, shit. Also, what's his name? Ruben? I think he is on Clara's list, actually, so, even though I've not previously considered him to be someone worth checking in on, I think I do have to actually do that, now that he's, you know, been released from prison or whatever. It's a lot to do in a single day, it really is. Okay, yep. Grief is fine, good to know. Ruben is fine. Excellent. I am certain he died in the Harrispex campaign. Certain of that. Like 100% certain. But then I don't think Eva died in the Harrispex campaign, so, you know. They obviously don't follow the exact same timeline. Actually, rapidly shooting towards video end time. What I should have done, realistically, is saved at the beginning of the day. Although I don't know if the people who get plagued are predetermined or not. And we saved just before the end of the last day. Because it would be nice to be able to do a tour, find out who's sick and who isn't, and then be able to load and still have the entire day to deal with that. I think maybe if one more is sick, I might be able to scrape together enough stuff from bins and from looting houses to get what I need for a third schmauder. But if it's more than one more, that's where we're going to really have a struggle. So I'm still a little bit concerned that there wasn't someone outside Georgi's house. It's possible that you're not able to... No, surely you must be able to cure people who get sick on the final day, or else it's just impossible to win at that point. Checked in on Grace like 4 times in this video alone. It's fucking silly. Yeah, so there must be some way of curing them. There must have just been like a weird bug thing where the dude hadn't loaded in for curing Georgi. When we stop by Andre's pub, we can see for certain whether there's someone there for curing him. Aspity seems fine. Good. Keep forgetting to check the bins. I've been getting too cocky. I've just been walking past them. I'll try and remind myself of that. Tyre, Sticky, Sabarovs, and the Stamatins, and Anna Angel. That's everyone on this side of town, right? I don't know if Tyre can get sick. I think she might be, like, immune. Not, like, canonically immune, but just, like, not someone who can actually get sick according to the game's mechanics. I might be wrong on that, but I'm still going to check just in case, but I don't know that for certain. I feel like it's probably the case. And I obviously can't... I'm pretty certain the foreman was on Clara's list, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. I just can't go into the abattoir to check on him, so he has to be immune. He has to be. I thought there was no one in here for a second there. They were just all taking their time to spawn in, I guess. Tyre's going to be fine. I have faith. I have faith in the Mother Superior. No one outside her door, so that's probably a good sign. Is it this? It's not this, is it? It's this here. She's great. She is loving life. Okay. I'm probably going to finish checking upon everyone this side of the town, and then do the last few at the beginning of the next video. We can get Andre cured just off the bat. Oh no, we can't. I don't actually have the fucking schmowder, do I? Duh. That would have been a useful thing to have come prepared with, I suppose. I'm sure we can find a house this side of town that has a little girl in it we can trade with there. I guess the important thing is finding out whether it's going to be a feasible thing. As I say, if too many people have got sick on this day, then I'm just not going to have a chance of doing it. Should have stockpiled more tradables, really. Sticky seems fine, that's good to know. So just gonna test the doors just in case. Sabarovs. And my boy Peter. Who again, if he's got sick, I'm just going to be triggered because I've already cured him once. I like Peter. He's a cool character. I like how he's all kinds of fucked up just because he has a drinking problem, rather than because that's just how people are. You know what I mean? Like there's more of a understandable reasoning, especially since he's like the tortured artist type as well. You know, everyone else are just like politicians and wealthy families and stuff, and they're just for some reason completely unhinged anyway. Like, it's honestly, now that I say that out loud, that's pretty accurate. Okay, good. Happy to see all these healthy folks on my watch. Anna Angel's another one we've already cured once, so... I've been very good, I think. I've been keeping on top of it. There was nobody plagued yesterday. So if more than 2 people get plagued today, that is just the game being a dick, honestly. Where are we? Yeah. Lost track of my positioning for a second there. Thought I was further south than I was. Anna Angel looks okay. There's the man for curing Andre, so that's good. We'll just real quickly like real quickly, like. Yep, she's fine. Okay, so unless... I think it's only Yulia and Lara. Oh, and Mark are the only 3 left outstanding who can get sick, I think. Oh, Capella as well. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll save here because we're basically at time. We're gonna do a little breaking and entering, get a couple of schmauders. Hopefully those 2 will be enough to cure the 2 people who are sick, and the remaining 4 people don't have another sickie among them. I guess we'll find that out next time, but for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.